shake it cause that whole shit.
Grade 1, this motherfucker certified. What's up? Welcome home, my nigga.
DJ motherfucker certified. Y'all know fuck with him on the What up, certified?
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good.
How was the ride?
It was good, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
for
y'all
coming.
having me.
Thank you for coming, man.
It's alright, ain't it? It's official.
So this is another episode of Respect the DJs. Today we have a special guest, DJ Zertified. What's going on with you, bro?
Nothing, chilling, man. Happy to be here.
I'm glad. We're happy to have you. So, with Respect DJs, we like to get in, a little deep with the DJs. Tell us a little bit how you started, where you came from. So tell me a little bit about your upbringing.
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Where you from? A little bit about your family history.
well, originally I'm from Monterrey, Mexico. It's a big city in Mexico. But I was raised in Greenwood, South Carolina. So yeah.
So at what age did you transition from Mexico to the U.S.?
Oh, I got brought over here like when I was 6 months old.
Oh, you from here?
Yeah. Yeah, basically. My mom, I was born in Mexico. As soon as I was born, she got us visas, and we crossed over, and we've been here ever since.
When you say we, who is we? Like how many siblings do you have?
Well, at that time, it was just me and my older sister. She's 3 years older than me. She was like 2.5 when we all came. It was me, my mom, and my sister. My dad was already over here.
Okay.
So he just, made the call, said, hey, I got everything situated, y'all can come on. And my mom went and got us visas, and we came through.
So at the end of the day, you were brought up in a 2-parent household?
Yeah.
Okay. So how involved, I guess, was your dad?
Oh, when I was younger, yeah, he was really involved. Like, I used to play soccer, so he used to take me all the soccer games and everything. But once I turned around 15, 16, my dad ended up getting in some legal trouble, and he ultimately got deported when I was 15, 16.
Okay.
So at that point, he got deported, and it was just me, my mom, and my siblings.
Okay. So is he still over there? He's back
Yeah,
over here?
he's still in Mexico. He didn't want to take the chance to come back and get caught at the border and spend some prison time and stuff like that. Because once you get deported and you try to come back and you get caught, then it's like automatic prison time. So he didn't want to take that risk.
Gotcha. So how often do you, your mom, and your sister? It's just still you and your sister?
No, I got 2 other brothers.
Okay.
I got 2 younger brothers. Yeah. I got a 21-year-old and a 25-year-old.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So how often do you guys go back to visit, or do you go back to visit?
Well, I can't.
Okay.
I can't, because if I go, I can't come back. So I have to get my paperwork fixed. That's all in the process, but I got to get that fixed before I can go and come back. But we haven't seen him since.
Okay, but you're still in communication?
Yeah, we still communicate. He's on Facebook, so we talk, FaceTime, stuff like that.
Okay.
Birthdays, holidays. He's still there.
Any children?
Yeah, I have 2 daughters.
Okay, how old are they?
I have a 3-year-old and I have a 6-year-old.
Okay.
My 3-year-old's name is Rosie, and I have a 6-year-old named Mariah.
And so how involved are you with your kids?
I'm very involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, I'm always, trying to give them what they want, trying to see them. Well, my 3-year-old lives with me.
Okay.
My 6-year-old lives with her mom, but I try to talk to her every single day. Of course, my 3-year-old, every single day I see her. Runs up to me when I come home, stuff like that. So.
Okay, so quality time spent, because sometimes it's hard to balance. I guess maybe the DJ life, the family life, like.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard, definitely. But I learned to find time, through the week and on the weekends. Sometimes I take off from DJing just to be able to do things with my family and stuff like that.
And that's big. That's big. So, girlfriend, wife, significant other.
I have a wife.
Awesome. How long have you been married?
Since March.
Okay.
Of this year.
Newlyweds.
Yeah.
Okay. Congrats.
Thank you. but we'll have a big old wedding later on. But yeah.
Okay, I sing. I'll sing at a wedding.
Okay. Go ahead.
I got it.
We need a singer.
Let's
Actively looking.
So Zertified, first off, how did you get this name? Where you get Zertified from? Out of all names.
Out of all things, yeah. Well, when I first started DJing, trying to be a DJ or whatnot, I had already been like making beats and stuff, and I had this little name that people used to call me in my neighborhood, whatever.
Well, what was the name? They used to call you.
You used to call me DJ Drone.
Okay.
Drone. But I didn't kind of like it. Like I didn't like it. Like it just didn't stick to me. Like I just didn't. I don't know. It wasn't me.
Okay.
It wasn't me. I mean, of course, everybody would call me that. They'd call me Drone or whatever, or Dro, whatnot. But I didn't like it. I said I need to rebrand. I need something different. And I was just thinking about names and stuff. Of course, I was thinking about my first option was DJ Exclusive, but I looked at Instagram and I seen a whole bunch of DJ Exclusives. And I was trying to look like a ballpark around that name, like exclusive, certified, with a C. But again, it's a whole bunch of DJ certifieds with a C, whole bunch of DJ exclusives. I was like, well, maybe if I could if I could spell exclusive differently, instead of the EX, just do exclusive or XK. Or something like that, but I was like, nah. And then I said, how about I just replace the C with a Z? Zertified.
Yeah.
Instead of certified. So I looked it up on Instagram. No Zertifieds. Nothing with a Z. No Zertifieds. And so I asked my homeboy at the time. Well, he's still my homeboy now, but I asked him, I was like, hey, what you think about DJ Zertified? As soon as I said that, he said, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
He said, that's it. He said, it sticks, it fits you. Like, I said, all right, I'm DJ Zertified now. So, I started putting that out, doing flyers or whatever. I put my name, DJ Zertified, and it kind of just stuck like that. It felt right. So
it sound right too.
Yeah.
It sound right.
Sound right. So.
Yeah. So how did you get into DJing? Like.
Well, I had I used to have a roommate named Tony, and he had a homeboy, a best friend, who would throw parties. He would throw college parties or whatnot at the time. He used to, we lived in Greenville, and he had he used to throw like college parties on Thursdays at La Roca and stuff. And I used to go and like, I liked the scene, I liked to promote or whatever. I liked to pass out flyers. He used to take us and pass out flyers. We used to pass out flyers and stuff. And one night we had a party. It was a nice party or whatever. But the DJ charged us some money, and it was like kind of like, steep, so we was like, damn, man, if we only had our in-house DJ, we wouldn't really have to, do that. We would just all, get money off the door or whatever, and we wouldn't have to pay a DJ. And I was like, well, shoot, I'll DJ. Shoot, I already make beats and stuff. I'm already in the little zone or whatever.
You're already engineering.
I said, I'll do it. And so they would do like little kickbacks, like at the apartments, little house parties or whatnot. And so I used to grab a little laptop and just load it up with music. I had this homeboy at work. I used to work at Nutra. It's this plant or whatnot. I was like 18, 19. I used to work at this plant. And this homeboy, he had a whole bunch of music. Like, he was the music guy. So I told him, I was like, hey, load up my computer with all your music so I can play music out these kickbacks or whatnot. He was like, all right. So he put the music on, and I'll play music at the laptop or whatever. And it just started from there. And then
so it's not something that you thought about growing up. It's just something that you kind of fell into because you wanted to be cheap. You didn't want to pay. You didn't want to pay a price.
Basically, well, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And and I just after that, I just liked it. You know, I thought about like, well, the DJ, you know, I can't be a rapper or anything, but I know the DJ is always gonna be in that scene, you know, in the party scene and with, you know, stuff like that. So I was just like, yeah, let me try it out.
So what do you feel like was your first like big break? Like, you know what I mean? Where you broke the barrier, like this is DJ Zertified.
My first big break. I'm not really sure. I just remember my homeboy one time just coming to me and be like, hey, I put your name on a flyer. About to have this party. And he surprised me with it. And I saw the flyer on his phone. And I was like, oh, man. That was my first time ever seeing my name on a flyer. And so I was like, hell yeah. I like that. Because I've always, you know, when I was used to just go to parties, I would see the flyers and I used to see the names on the flyers and stuff. And I used to be like, man, one day my name gonna be on one of those lit party flyers. And he surprised me with it. And I said, okay. And then, you know, that's when that all started.
So you do like a lot of college parties, right? How did you get into that? Well, like the college party's always been like the scene of the college party has always been like super packed turn type thing, and I always wanted to be a part of that. So I just started marketing myself around that area, like with Lander and stuff like that. I've always wanted to get involved with those Lander parties, those lit Lander parties and stuff. And I just felt like that was the scene to be on as a DJ. So I guess, like how did it unfold for you? It sounded like you started with house parties and then kind of transitioned to college parties.
Well, really, I didn't straight off went to college parties. Like I just wanted to DJ at parties, at clubs. So what I would do is, now I remember one time, this how it really came out. Remember one time, you know, I was DJing, but I wasn't getting booked because nobody knew me. So one time I seen this club advertising a free night, like everybody free drinks, customer appreciation, everybody free. So I inboxed the club owner and I said, hey, I'll come DJ for free. I'll just come DJ for free. And, you know, you ain't got to pay me. People know me. You know, like people I went to school with, they know me or whatnot. So he like, I'll hit you back, you know. And then he hit me back. He like, yeah, come on. Just pull up. So I pulled up and I rocked it out.
So that was the first club that you DJ'd?
That was the first night that I DJ'd based off of just me reaching out to somebody, telling them, hey, I'll come do it for free. You know what I mean? Just to get my name out there. Because, I mean, like when I told you about my homeboy, it was his party, you know, he was my homeboy. It was like a homeboy thing, you know, that he put me on. But this was my own network that I did.
Put forth the effort.
Yeah, I put in forth the effort to get my name out. Like I was doing these little kickbacks and house parties and stuff, but I wasn't getting booked at a club. Like people weren't on me like at all. So he told me
they ain't want you. Now you hot. They all on you.
Something like that.
I hear you.
Something like that. But yeah, so I pulled up and I rocked it out the whole night. Like people were singing to the songs like the whole night. And the club owner was like, damn man, you did your thing. You still ain't give me no money, you know.
Okay.
But I knew from that point on, I said, they about to start booking me. They about to start booking me like crazy. So I guess the word got out and they were like, hey, who's that guy that was DJing that night or whatever. And then I would say like the hood like gravitated towards me like, oh yeah, he did that party last time, let's book him for this party. So
what's up now?
Yeah, I had the next party was my dog, man, Dre Dunway. rest in peace, Trey Dunway, man. He was my homeboy. But he really fucked me real hard. He was the first dude that actually booked me to DJ his party. He had a birthday party. He was like, man, I want you to DJ. He used to come to the house. I used to have this little studio at the house or whatever, and the boys used to come over there and record or whatnot. And he used to be around all the time, so he knew me. Like I would say, like off the streets or whatever.
Gotcha.
But
so this was a paid gig.
Yeah, definitely. So he was like, how much you charge? And I told him how much I charged. And he was like, yeah, I want you to DJ my party. So I DJ his party. So I rocked it out again. Everybody was like, man, hell yeah, man, you did that or whatever. And so after that, someone else booked me for the next week. And it was just started going like that.
So what do you feel like separates you from the rest of the DJs or any other DJs?
I feel like I don't like, it's a lot of things that separate me from the other DJs. I guess it's just the music that I play. Like I just play good music, you know, like my choice of music is it differs from other DJs. Like other DJs gonna play like, well, I don't want to talk about other DJs, but like, I mean, they play what they play.
Yeah.
But I do my research and I just play my style, you know.
So how do you read the crowd? Because if you play your style, but your style might not be the crowd style. So how do you know what I'm saying? How do you dictate what needs to be played at the moment?
I just look at who's there and just play towards it. Like if I see an older crowd, I play older music. Mm-hmm. If I see a younger crowd, I play younger music. If I see girls, way more girls than there is guys, I'll play like more girl gravitated music. If I see more guys than girls, I'll play more guy music type things.
So what is more girl music? Like, is it booty shaking or is it slow R&B? Like
it's definitely booty shaking.
Okay.
But that gets them turned up.
Okay.
But it also is R&B too. Like they like the R&B. So if I see a whole bunch of girls in the building, I'm gonna play some of that whole bunch of booty shaking music and R&B or whatnot, and I'll play some trap, but like some girl trap, if you know what I mean.
I got you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some Cardi or something.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Cardi got a few trap.
Yeah, something like that, but you know, like some soft trap, you know, like some Lil Baby or something.
Oh, okay.
That they like to sing along to, that they know, you know, stuff like that. But yeah.
I had a sex toy party years ago in Greenwood. I never saw a DJ at a sex toy party as intimate. Mm-hmm. You remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
You were set up in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
It was dope, but I had never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
But you did your thing.
Yeah.
I think that was like my first or second time really meeting you.
Yeah, I think that was like my first time meeting you too. But yeah, that was a good night.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
My pocket was swole.
Yeah, it was a good night. I played a lot of R&B music. They were singing along to it.
Yeah.
And stuff. So.
Yeah. And you stayed professional the whole time.
Yeah, definitely.
So kudos to that, cause.
Yeah, I wasn't finna be doing all that other stuff. Yeah.
So Zertified, tell me a little bit about your first time like DJing, like period, point blank.
Like just DJing like a party, the first time ever DJing a party?
All of that.
Okay. Yeah, because I had been DJing little house parties and stuff, but the first time ever at a club was when I told you about my homeboy who put me on a flyer. Mm-hmm. The flyer was called, I was going by DJ Jerome back then too.
Okay, I don't like that.
I wasn't certified yet. But yeah, he surprised me with the flyer. It was called Leopard and Lace. It was a Leopard and Lace party.
Sound dope.
It was at LA Lives back then. LA Live, something like that in Lawrence. And it was like, it was my first night and I was super nervous. I was like super nervous. I didn't know, but I thought I was ready. You know, that was back then when Rich Homie Quan and Migos and stuff was just coming out.
Yeah.
And so I had all their stuff. You know, I had all of that stuff. Ultimately, it was a good night. Crowd was satisfied. But I had so many complications because, first of all, the club didn't have any speakers. So I had to bring my own speakers.
Okay.
I brought some,
Don't you say
I brought
Bluetooth?
like some house speakers type thing that had like this like stereo thing hooked up to it. And it was like big. They were big, but they were like house speakers. They sounded loud in the house.
Yeah.
But when I pulled them out, it was terrible. But it was still loud enough to where we can pull the party off. But we pulled the party off, but that night it was just so like so intense in the booth because like I didn't have enough music like that I thought I had.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like I thought I was ready, but it was just like I didn't have enough music.
So how did you overcome that? I mean, you still talking.
Like I played what I played. I played good music.
Okay.
You know, I played good music. I played some girl stuff. I played some of that new Rich Homie, some of that new Migos and stuff. But like I had a line of people in the booth, like, hey man, play this, play that, play this, play that. And my homeboy, he was really intense. John Evans, he's still out there. He still be doing stuff. But he had this promotion group or whatnot, but he's really intense. Like him and my other homeboy, Tony, they were both there that night, and there was just, I had both of them in my ear. Like, bro, you gotta come harder, bro. Like, you gotta come, like, come on, man. Stop bullshitting. Do this, do that. Like, they was super intense, and I was shaking. Like, I was like, man, I was like, man, y'all don't know how it is right now. Like, y'all need to give me some space, like, please. And then I had people coming up to the booth playing, like, hey man, play that new Rich Homie, play this new Migos, play this, play that, play this. I was just like, oh man, like this is. This,
It was too
I
much.
was like, it's
It
too
was too
much.
much, yeah.
It was super intense.
So who are some of the DJs you look up to now?
Like I look up to DJ Wavy. He's a Florida-based DJ, but like he do his own parties. He like brings, like, he does concerts and stuff.
Okay.
And he's very well known in Florida. Like all the celebrities know who DJ Wavy is. But he's pretty much, you know, a DJ that I look up to.
What about a DJ in the Carolinas, like DJ B. Lloyd or?
DJ in the Carolinas. I really don't have somebody that I look up to like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't have, like, there's some DJ I respect, you know.
Of course.
But I don't look up to them like it's like my role model or somebody I wanna like. Yeah, I really don't have nobody in the Carolinas like that.
So what are some of the, I guess, challenges, obstacles that you come across, and how do you handle it?
Challenges and obstacles.
Matrix on the grind.
I mean, because now you've been DJing for a while, so I'm sure you have like a plethora of music. So
yeah. Well, challenges and obstacles. I mean, it's always gonna be something, some little thing. But as far as like a big challenge, a big obstacle, like I don't run into those. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, people don't want to pay, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, if it's dead, you have to look out.
Yeah.
You have to come down on the price or whatever. And I've always been like that, you know. I always, like, if it ain't no money coming in, you know what I mean? Like, I understand, because I throw parties too, so I understand how it is at the end of the night. But, you know, other DJs be like, well, I don't care who came out, you still got to pay me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's respectable too, but, like, I just, like, if I come across somebody who don't want to pay or something like that, I just never deal with them no more. Like, never.
is there a specific genre that you kind of cater to, or?
Well, I mainly do hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
My market is basically like from 18 to, I say, about 35 demographic. But I do anything from Spanish music to American music,
Okay.
to pop music.
Speaking of Spanish, just want to know, are you bilingual?
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Oh, okay. Like fluently?
Yeah, fluently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Zertified, you spoke of DJ Wavy.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you want to look up why do you look up to him? What is it that he's doing that you admire?
Like he throw his own parties, and like I see his recap footage. I see the footage that he do, like how packed the parties be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his name on the most lit parties in Florida and stuff like that. So like I do my own parties as well, and I want to get to that level of like
Promotion.
yeah, like have like this stupid big party scene, like wherever this dude at, like it's stupid packed, you know. So that's one thing that like separates me too, is the fact that I come up with these party ideas and stuff like that and make them happen. And like how he do, like he ultimately got to the point where he just every week got something going on. He bringing an artist. He got homecomings all through Florida. He's got, you know, the bike week in Miami, all that stuff. Like it's just be like his whole stuff be lit, like Instagram popping.
What you're saying is, so you're not just a DJ. You're a DJ, but you're a party promoter too. So if you're at any specific location where you're trying to get to, is if you're on the flyer, period, point blank, you packing the building out.
Yeah.
Just because you that nigga.
Just because I'm
like
part of it, and I promoted it and got my people to promote it and basically make it happen, like make the party happen. Because when I first started, like I used to try to do that the same way, because mainly I would do it because I wasn't getting booked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wasn't getting booked. So I said, well, if nobody gonna book me, I'll just book myself, you know? So I'll throw a party, put my name on it, put my name on the flyer, you know, because I wasn't getting booked. So, but when I first started doing that, like, I guess I was competing with other people and nobody knew me. And I would throw these parties and they'll be dead. You know, they'll be just flat out completely dead. It'd be a good idea, a good party name, and I would promote it hard, in my opinion, because I would pass out flyers. I would go to apartment complexes. I would put them in cars. I would do just about everything that you could do to promote, be on social media or whatever. But ultimately, I would have bad turnouts. It'd be dead. I have to come out of pocket and pay the building, pay security, pay everybody, because no money coming in. So, but throughout that, it just made me go harder with the promotion, with the stuff.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, how did you keep the morale up, like for yourself mentally, to keep going and keep pushing? Because you know, if that's your main source or only source of income, and you have those dead and bad parties.
It's just of wanting to get to that level, like wanting to get to that level. And I would sometimes tell myself, like, I'm about to quit this. Like, I'm about to quit doing this because I'm losing money. Like, I'm losing money and nobody's coming out, nobody's supporting. I'm just gonna quit. But something in me was like, nah, don't quit. Like, keep going. Like, you gotta stay consistent. One of them is gonna hit one day. And if you keep being consistent, it's gonna hit at least once. You know, so I just kept doing it. And finally I had a party one time and it finally hit. You know, I booked myself and I DJ'd the whole night. I had my name on the flyer and it hit. So
how did you link up with Street Capital?
Street Capital, we go back from the roots, like from when it first started. I used to, the owner of Street Capital, he used to own this hookah lounge in Greenwood. And one time I rode by and I saw them like it wasn't open yet, but they was like working on it, building it up or whatnot.
Who's the owner?
Jed.
Oh, okay.
CEO Jed, Instagram. But anyways, they was like in there working on it, you know, doing construction or whatnot. And I pulled up and I said, hey, what y'all got going on here? Oh, it's a hookah lounge about to open up. I told him, oh, well, I'm a DJ, you know. I'll come in here, you know, and play or whatever. And, we can network like that. And he was all cool about it. He was like, yeah, man, you know, we'll do something. And so started
like him too.
yeah, I started working and I started doing stuff there. You know, I would DJ their Thursdays. They would have stuff going on, and I would come in and DJ, set my stuff up. And he got into wanting to create a record label, and he had another partner back then, but we was all trying to come up with a name at the hookah lounge. We just at hookah lounge, just casually trying to come up with a name for a record label. So we was just throwing out many different names or whatnot. And we were looking at Capitol Records, you know, stuff like that, you know, big record labels that was already known. So I just said, how about how about we do Capitol Street Records? And so everybody was like, Capitol Street Records. Hey, that sounds straight. Let's look it up. Let's see if it's out there or not. And then Jed was like, man, let's do Street Capital. And everybody was like, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Let's look it up. Let's see if it's out there. And it wasn't out there. And then it just stuck. Street Capital Records. Street Capital Entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Like, it was just born from there. Now it's just been there ever since that moment.
So do you feel like Street Capital could have or possibly kind of help you along the way, like pave the way?
Definitely. Like, Street Capital was a big part of my career.
Okay.
Big part. Put me in different locations, different places, and helped me meet a lot of people that I wouldn't have met. And yeah, it was very big.
Okay. So are you still in cahoots with Street Capital?
Yeah, definitely.
Or? Okay.
You see
I mean, this is my show. I'm just saying. Street Capital.
But yeah,
no
definitely.
Cap.
Never will.
So now you're Street Capital's personal Street Capital's DJ.
Always been.
That's dope.
Always been.
All right.
I mean, I'm not there as much as I would have liked to, but you know, they can always count on me.
It's coming. Street Cap. No cap. Yeah, baby. So Zertified, you talked about how you hadn't been here as far as, you know, with Street Capital the way that you would have liked to be. So tell us a little bit about what kept you away.
Well, I had some difficulties with immigration, customs enforcement, ICE. I told you I came here when I was a baby.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah, so my visa expired when I was real young. So my mom didn't get a chance to renew it or whatnot. So this whole time I've been with a expired visa per se. So I just been having to do things. I've been doing everything normally, but it finally caught up to me. I used to always be cautious in driving. I'd get pulled over, they'd give me a ticket, and I pay it. But this time they took me to jail. So I went to jail, but this time I couldn't get out. Immigration came pick me up the next day. So they picked me up, transferred me to this little country town in Georgia, Folkestone, Georgia. And
where were you picked up from?
Greenwood.
Okay.
They just pulled me over. I was on my way to go pick up my daughter. Mm-hmm. It was the week before Christmas. And I was on the way to pick up my daughter from her babysitter's house. And I get pulled over, because of my license tag. My license tag was expired. I had just bought a car, and I still had the dealership tag. But the dealership was taking forever to send me my real tag, so it was expired. So pulled me over for that. Asked me for my license. I don't have my license. I had like a little bit of weed in the car, and he took me to jail. He said, I cannot take you to jail. I have to take you to jail. You don't have a license. I have to take you to jail. So went to jail, and I thought I was gonna get out, because I've been to jail before. But I get out the next day, based on a no license. I get out, PR bond, whatever. But this time, I PR bonded out. They sent me back to intake, and there's like, I'm thinking about to get out, so they was like, oh no, you have an immigration hold on you. Like, we can't release you. I said, oh my God. And they were like, well, immigration has 48 hours to come pick you up. If it don't come pick you up, then you're free to go. Because we can't hold you after 48 hours. I said, okay. So I spent the night there, but the next morning, 8 o'clock sharp. They were there. So I said, dang. So they ended up transferring me. I had to spend two nights in Lexington County. And then from Lexington County, they finally took me to the ICE processing center in Folkston, Georgia, which is pretty much a prison. Like, it's a straight up prison. It used to be a real prison, but immigration bought it. So now it's an immigration facility, but it's basically the still same prison procedures. They put you in an orange jumpsuit, super max security, like barely have any visitors type thing. But yeah, it was a very tough experience, mainly because I've never been incarcerated that long before. But yeah, that's it. I was away for about 7 months. The weekend before Christmas. So I spent Christmas there. I spent New Year's. They would have this quarantine thing for COVID or whatnot. So I was basically in like 24-hour lockdown for 10 days straight. But yeah, so I spent New Year's there by myself. Spent Christmas, everything, my birthday, everybody's birthday. Spent all the holidays there. But yeah, so that's really what kept me away. So now I'm trying to get back into the mode of things. I'm trying to get back to where I left off, but it's kind of difficult because I can't move around like I used to. Because now I'm definitely not driving, because I don't want to get pulled over and then they take me to jail and I'm back in the situation I was in. Because they wouldn't let me go. Like I went to bond court 3 times and no bond denied all 3 times. So I couldn't even pay to get out. So it was just like, you're not getting out until you fix your paperwork, until you get your stuff situated. So I was just stuck. And it was very like, it's the not knowing what's gonna happen. Because, people go to prison, they got a release date. They were like, oh, I'm getting out this day. So they just do their time.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, they just do their time, and sometimes they get out earlier because of good behavior or whatnot. But I just didn't know when that was gonna happen, and every time my bond got denied, I was like, dang, I'm in here for another couple months. I'm here for another couple months. I just never knew. And then the ultimate thing was that I didn't know if I was gonna go back to my life, this life, back to my family, my kids, mom, my career. It was like I was stuck in that situation. You don't even know if you're going back home. It was gonna send me somewhere where I had no knowledge of. I've never been there, So that was the most concerning part. It was like, dang, like even if I do get out, it might not even be back home. They're gonna send me somewhere where I have to start from scratch, in another country, where I can't even DJ over there like I DJ over here. Like I can't even do nothing. Like my kids ain't gonna be there, my family ain't gonna be there. I don't have any friends over there. It's just straight up have to start from the ground up.
How did that affect you, like mentally? I'm sure. I know that was.
It was very challenging. Like it was very challenging, but ultimately it made me stronger because it rehabilitated me. Because I was working on myself the whole time I was there, like mentally, like reading, just looking at other ways of living life, other ways. It transformed me in so many ways I can't even describe right now. But it was ultimately was good for me. I mean, I had I would help people in there. I would take my time. I would pass time helping people because there's a lot of people that go through there that don't even speak English, like can't even defend themselves. So I was in there trying to translate for them, filling out paperwork for them, trying to, do that. And I felt like it was all a purpose. Like it was a reason for why I was in there. Maybe it was to help people. Maybe it was to help myself. It was just a whole bunch of reasons that I thought was like, well, that's why I'm here. I needed to just work on myself. And I did. And ultimately, it paid off.
So are those some of the things that kind of, I guess, stimulated your mind, helping others, reading, just kind of kept your mind off of your family?
Well, it was still very bad. Like it was still very traumatizing, but I mean, I had to do something else to get my mind off of it. It was always still constantly in my mind. Like I want to come home. I want to finish the situation out. But I just
So at what point or when did you find out that you were getting released? And what was that feeling like?
The time that I figured out I was getting released, it's because I didn't even know I was going to get released. It was just a hope again because I had already been through bond courts and they always got denied. So this time I was going into another court proceeding, hoping to get some good news. Not even getting out, just hoping to get some good news. Like your case is processing, you have so-and-so time or whatnot, or just the status of checking, just a checkup, basically. So I go to court and my lawyer's like, well, so how are we, like, where are we in what we've been filing? And the prosecutor's like, Your Honor, we're just gonna go ahead and move forward with dismissing the case. And everybody was like, the lawyer and everybody like, what? And then the judge was like, so you want to put on the record that you want to go ahead and terminate removal proceeding. That's what they call it. And like, yes, Your Honor. That's all the prosecutor said. And so then my lawyer was like, so Your Honor, what does this mean? Does this mean that is he going home? He's like, yeah, he doesn't have anything else to do with immigration anymore. Like, he's free to go. So I was, at that point, I was like, what?
Out of there.
I'm out of here. So I go back to my pod and I'm thinking they about to come get me. I'm thinking they just about to come get me. I'm going home that day. But for some reason they never came that day. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm already telling my people, I'm already
about to go.
I done gave my commissary away. I done gave Jose my chips and Pedro my stuff. I was like, I gave my jacket away. I gave my sunglasses away. I gave everything that I had of value in there away.
Cause you out.
Cause I was gone. I was like, I don't need that stuff no more. Y'all can have all of that. But they never came got me that day. And it was cold. And I had already gave my jacket away. And I was hungry. Cause we had already ate our food and stuff, and I had gave away noodles, gave away chips and snacks and sodas and all kinds of stuff that I had, and they never came and got me that day. So I'm like, okay, they definitely gonna come get me tomorrow.
Right.
And so tomorrow hits, and still they didn't come get me. Still they didn't come. I was like, man, what's going on? I'm worrying now. I'm worrying now. I'm calling my lawyer. I'm like, hey man, they still ain't came got me. Like, what's going on? And he was like, well, I don't know. We've already did you heard the judge, you know, like, I don't know what's the hold up. So again, it's been another night. I'm hungry. 11 o'clock at night. I'm hungry, cold. Mm-hmm. Dude came over. He was like, hey man, here's your jacket back. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that was
like
nice.
you can
he felt bad for you. Give it back to
yeah,
me.
you like, you can give it back when you go. And I said, man, appreciate it, man, cause I'm cold. But so the next morning they wake me up, and I'm like, oh yes, finally I'm getting out. But I still didn't go out. They transferred me to go get my eyes checked. So I'm getting my eyes checked and stuff, and it's a whole like 5-hour process. So I come back to the facility, and I asked the COs. I was like, hey, did anybody come get me today? Like, do you know that I'm getting out? They're like, no, nobody came got you at all. So now I'm really tripping, cause it's like the third day, and so I call my lawyer again, and he's the same thing. He's like, I've already emailed the people that need to know about it, and I don't know what's going on. And so in the middle of talking to him, immigration comes in, like the ICE officers from the facility, and I told him, hey, let me call you back. The immigration just came in. So I talked to them, and they're like, I'm telling them, I was like, man, I went to see the judge. I just went to court. They just dismissed my case and everything. And he's like, well, let me verify that your officer's not here. She's out sick. So let me verify. I'm really not supposed to do it, you know, looking at other officer's case, but I'm going to do it since, you know, we don't want to hold you any more time that you're, you know what I'm saying, that you're not supposed to. So, but he was like, but it's probably not going to be today because it's after 4 o'clock. All the releases are gone. So it's probably not going to be today, but if we get it verified first thing in the morning tomorrow, you're going free. So I said, all right, that'll work. So I call my lawyer, tell him what's going on, and I go to eat. They take us to the cafeteria, whatever I'm eating or whatnot. It's like 5 o'clock, 5:30. And then I finish eating, and then I hear on the radio, they're like, hey, do you know if that release is ready, 5900? And I said, 59. Hey, I was like, hey, that's me. I said, that's me. I said that. I was like, I'm ready. So I went, put my tray in. I ran back to the pod, grabbed all my stuff. Everybody was in my room, like, saying their goodbyes or whatnot, writing their numbers down and stuff. And I'm like, I'm fine. I was like, it's finally.
It's real this time.
It's real. Like, it's real. The CEO came was like, hey, man, come on, man. It's about 6 o'clock. You're not even supposed to be out right now. Like, they're supposed to be next morning. But I come back to the front. The other CEO's calling. He's like, hey, do you know if he's going to wait there or he needs to ride to the airport? And I told him, I need to ride to the airport. I want to get out of this facility right now. So he's like, oh, I could hear him sighing on the phone. Like dang, I got to go take him to the airport. Yeah, so... So I was like, I don't care. You get paid for it. You gonna take me to the airport. So he take me out, and he's like, look, man, I'm clocking out. Look, I'm gonna clock out. We're gonna get in my personal car, and because I live in Jacksonville, and I can just drop you off and go home instead of having to come all the way back here with the transport vehicle or whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and clock out. We're gonna hop in my personal car, and I'll take you to the airport. And I said, whatever you got to do, I'm with it. Just get me out of here. So finally got me out. I got to the airport, and I started FaceTiming everybody. It was just the greatest feeling of my life.
I'm sure. Who was the first person you saw? Not FaceTime, like literally.
First person I saw?
Yeah.
My homeboy J Drip. Gotta shout him out. Shout out Drip. Came pick me up. So yeah.
So the rest is history.
The rest is history. Mm-hmm.
So what's upcoming? What can we expect from DJ Zertified in the next year or two, or sooner? What does your future look like?
My future. This is the question I was gonna be stuck on. I just got a lot of stuff. Like, I just got a lot of things that I want to do and get taken care of. First, I just got to get my paperwork situated. Got to get my paperwork situated.
What does that process look like? Like, is there a time frame with that paperwork, or?
Yeah, it's a wait game, about 8-12 months. They said that it would be ready. Now, my work authorization, I'm gonna get my work authorization. Once I get my work authorization, then I'll be able to get a social security number, drive, stuff like that. Yeah, but it's just the paperwork situation. But once I get that taken care of, then I can really move how I want to and do what I want to do. I want to keep at this party stuff. I want to get booked more. I want to just do DJing and throwing parties. I want to get to a bigger level.
When you say a bigger level, what does that look like?
Just just bigger, like maybe statewide, nationwide, worldwide.
I was about to say, you already statewide.
Yeah.
I need a little bigger than that.
A little bit. I think I still got work my way down South Carolina, down to coastal, but I just want to get bigger. Like, I want to do more party stuff, like do more, pack warehouses out, pack arenas out.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Arenas.
Yeah, like get in there. Like,
yeah.
Like, I've never been at an arena before. Like, I've been to arenas before. I've been backstage and stuff.
But you want to be
with Street Capital.
A part of it.
But I want to actually be the organizer for it. Like, I had something to do with it, and I put it together, stuff like that. So I want to get into doing that. But it's gonna come eventually.
Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your day and come, do us the honor of,
This is my first. This is my first interview. Period.
How you feel?
Feel good. I feel good. I think. Yeah, feel good.
Well, tell the world your handles, social media, how they can link up with you, where to follow you.
Well, the best place to follow me at is Instagram at I am Zertified. I'm trying to build up my Instagram right now. It's at a point where I'm satisfied with it, but I want it to grow way more. But yeah, that's my main source. My Facebook is, my personal Facebook. That's where you'll see like my kids and my wife and stuff like that. You'll see my parties too, but that's mainly, my personal stuff. Snapchat at Zertified. TikTok, DJ Zertified. I upload my stuff, like my recaps and stuff on there. Yeah, that's where they can see what's going on.
All right, y'all heard them. Social media platforms. Street cap, no cap. Another episode.